welcome back to my channel. So today's makeup look is going to be inspired by none other than me. Today's look is going to be a glam skull. So I'm not 100% sure the direction I'm going to take this glam, but I do know that I want to incorporate some rhinestones. So I pulled several different inspirations from all over the internet, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. So let's see what I come up with. Oh, before I forget, don't forget to like, subscribe, you know the drill. We're gonna start on, since we're gonna do half skull. So that's what I decided on doing. So on this side of the face will be the skull, and on this side of the face will be the glam. Honestly, I don't like this side of my face, but whatever. Okay, so we're gonna be using our edge palette, the Mehron edge palette. We're gonna be using the white face paint in here. Let's not do that. We're gonna start off with the black pencil first. But first we're gonna do is map out the areas that I wanna hollow out using my JAFRA Cosmetics automatic pencil in the shade Jet Black, and I'm just outlining where I'm gonna be filling it in later. Just makes it easier when applying the face paint. So did the same thing for the nose, and again, this is just gonna be on half of the face. I'm also outlining the jawline. And then later on, I'm going to go in and fix that because I didn't like the way that came out. But obviously, since this is a pencil, it's very easy to clean up. Now going in with my Mehron Edge Palette face paint in the shade White. I picked that up on a flat paintbrush. And what I'm noticing is even though this paint is very, very pigmented, when it dries, it does leave the streaks. So I was having a hard time choosing the right brush to make sure that this was not leaving so many lines. So you'll see here that I went in and switched with my JAFRA Cosmetics foundation brush, and I'm just pushing and patting that all in. And that really helped take away all those harsh lines. Then I'm going back in with the paintbrush and just applying the black face paint. And again, as I realized later on that this did not dry down and did not go well with what I ended up layering on top, but you'll see that in just a minute. So I'm just filling in the rest of the areas, and then I started to create these little markings just to add some dimension later on. Then for the teeth, I decided to go in with this shape and just start to bend, I guess you could call it that. I just wanted to create that dimension going inwards, so that's why I started to flick the teeth going that way. Then I wanted to shade it in a little bit. I didn't like how stark white it was, so I went in with my JAFRA Cosmetics matte pressed powder in the shade Tan and just started to buff around all over because no real skull is really just plain white. Then I went in with my Juvias Place liquid eyeshadow, and this is the part that I said I was not too happy with because it did not go well with the face paint, but we'll fix that later. Then to glam up the skull a little bit more, I went in with some rhinestones, and so what I did first was just apply some lash glue and then rhinestones right on top of that. So here I am just trying to fix my little mistake that I made. Also wanted to add that little shimmer to the other side, to that hollow side. But yeah, so then I switched over to the glam side, and I'm just using the same techniques that I always use for my glam, doing my brows as I normally do. All the products will be listed down in the description bar below. Basically, I'm just kind of mimicking the same color contrast that I did on the skull side with the glam side. And then I'm filling that in with the same liquid eyeshadow. And then finishing it off with a pair of lashes. And once again, my camera died, so I do apologize again. The majority of the work was already completed, so I was just smoked out the lower lash line. And I also did a little bit more shading over here. I covered the ears. I drew on the jawline just to kind of separate the skin tone from the skull. That's basically it. So this side is just really a glam side. And then obviously I put in the contact on one side. I think it looks pretty cool. It's super easy to follow. I will say that since this is the second time me using the Mehron Edge palette, I am having difficulties with choosing the right brush to blend things out. Once it dries down, it's okay. But I do recommend going in with some powder just to finish setting it off in place. If you're somebody like me who's very oily, or if you sweat very easily, then you definitely want to get this fixing spray. And this basically seals your makeup in place. This is basically hairspray for your face. This is what I use for my brides during the summer. And I only pull this out when it's like absolutely necessary, because that's how strong it is. So when you spray it, you definitely need to fan yourself down before you consume all those fumes. But other than that, that completes this second look in this Halloween series. So stay tuned for next week. I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna bring. But if you like this video, if you like this kind of content, I should say, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe to be the first to know when the next one drops. Thank you guys for watching.